Now, you may have seen this story in the news recently. It's been making headlines all around the world. 6 expats banned from Singapore for drinking outside on the street during the lockdown. Seems pretty crazy, right? Because it is a pretty unbelievable story. And for today's big question, I'm going to be asking, is it too harsh a punishment for these people? Or is it fair what has happened to them? But before we fully explore the answer, we need some context. So here is exactly what happened. Just over my shoulder, on those steps behind me, is the place where all of this drama really got underway. Somebody took a photo of people sat on the steps eating and drinking. They posted it on social media and it went viral. Basically the caption was saying, why are all these locals getting into trouble for breaking the lockdown when they're living over in state-run houses? Yet you come down here to Robertson Quay, which is a predominantly expat area, and people are just sat there flouting the rules, drinking with friends without their masks on. And that photo really drew attention to this issue. The 4 British men, they said that they came down here, all accidentally met. They visited 3 bars in 45 minutes, got some takeaway alcohol, and they were sat on the steps drinking them. There was an American couple who also said they randomly bumped into an Austrian man, and they gave him a beer as well. Now, out of the 7, 6 of them have had their work passes revoked, so they will not be able to continue working in Singapore. One of them, the Austrian man, is a permanent resident here and his fate is still to be decided. They were all fined though. There were 2 other British men as well who were caught drinking here, and we're still waiting to find out what is going to happen to them. But if you come to Robertson Quay, it's an area where expats live and hang out. There's lots of bars along the along the river. There's lots of restaurants. Very, very, very different to other parts of Singapore. I have actually been staying just along the river, and on the weekend where this incident happened, I came out on the Friday evening for a walk down the river, and there was a real change in the atmosphere. You could feel that people were actually starting to kind of ignore the rules. People were sat around drinking, talking. It didn't really feel like there was a lockdown in place at all. But these people, whether or not they were the unlucky ones, who knows? But they were the victim of a photo that went viral. They were caught outright, and they've paid a pretty heavy price for it. So there you have it. 6 of them have had their work passes revoked, and they won't be coming to Singapore again anytime soon. Now, to fully answer if that is too harsh or that's fair, there's even more context required. Now, the Ministry of Manpower, which looks after everyone's work passes here, say that 140 people have had their work passes revoked during the circuit breaker period. Now, that's for a whole variety of breaches of the rules, for example, gatherings outside, eating and drinking. So you could very, very strongly argue that they are simply following what they've done with other people in the case of these 6 expats. Additionally, there's a general election just around the corner, and the Singapore government will want to be seen to be strong on fairness and on foreigners as well. And the general public, there was a lot of anger about this case, understandably, from local people. So the government want to get in their favour. So by stripping them of their work passes, it's a pretty good move from them as well. Now, I'd love to hear what you think about this. Do you think the punishment is too harsh, or do you think it's absolutely spot on? Please do comment below. I'll be fascinated to hear your thoughts. For what it's worth from me, I think it was totally the right decision. The people who did this, they were very, very stupid. They went out into a very public place, openly flouted the rules. They knew exactly what the rules were and they flouted them, and they are paying the price for it, and rightly so as well. But I really want to hear your opinion, whether you agree with me or you disagree with me. It would be great to hear from you. Thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please do give us a like and a subscribe, and thanks for tuning in.